everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, hello, my name is Sam and it's lovely to meet you. If you're not new around here, welcome back. Now I've kind of got a new light system going on, so I'm not too sure how this video is going to go. I'm also pretty sure I've got a teething baby, but she won't let me look in her mouth, so I'm not too sure if she is or she isn't, or she's just currently laughing at me. As I said, I won't know what the system actually looks like until I watch the video back to know if it's any good or not. But yeah, tips down below, guys. If you look shit, let me know. I haven't guessed by the thumbnail, I'm going to be doing the Lethal Cosmetics collection. I picked up 3 of the blushes and the eyeshadow palette. There was also lipsticks and a further 4th blush. This is the outer packaging of the eyeshadow palette. This is called the Wildflower palette and I'll have it all linked down below. I'm pretty sure they're doing a pre-order because I think that it did sell out, but I think they're doing a current pre-order at the moment. I also did see that a lot of people had a similar casualty to what I have had. So if you can see, my shade here is unfortunately smashed and broken. That is how it arrived. So I contacted Lethal, and everybody who is older on my channel will know customer service is a big thing for me. It is huge. It is one of the main reasons I will go back to a brand. So this was a chance to test out my first purchases from Lethal and also their customer service, unfortunately. I messaged them. It's like an automated message that you send to them, and I've got to say that I've messaged them before about something, I don't know what that was, and it was Sadie, and it was Sadie again this time. So Lethal, if you're watching this, I mean, give Sadie a break, man. She is always on there. She's a hard worker. That's just the name of the computer, but you know, we'll roll with it. Good old Sadie passed over my message to, I think her name was Melissa, and she got back to me literally within a few hours. I sent them a picture of my broken shade, and the next day a shade has been sent back out. I haven't received that yet because obviously it's coming from Germany, but yeah, I've had my dispatch email and I'm just waiting for it to arrive. So I'm not going to swatch this palette just because I'm guessing that the shadows are quite softly pressed, and I'm sure a lot of people have already swatched it. So if you do want to see some swatches, you're probably going to have to go and watch someone else's video, but I'll swatch the blushes for you if that makes you stick around. There were 4 blush shades. There was a purple, 2 pinks and a yellow. I didn't really fancy the yellow because a yellow blush to me just makes me look like I've got jaundice. I think it's perfect for a deeper skin tone, but for me, for my pale Casper ass, it's just not going to work. So I picked up these 3 shades. I can't remember the names, and I also don't have one of those fancy magnetic tools to get them back out, but I'm pretty sure one's called Pansy. Yeah, I could just be making that up. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to say that one is purple, one is pink, and one is this berry shade. I did purchase this palette as well. They do come with, like, I'm guessing they're like little cardboard palettes, but I wanted to keep them somewhere safe. So yeah, and the little saying inside, a blushing cheek reflects the glow of a heart. That's beautiful. These are glowy blushes, so let's swatch these. I'll do some live swatches with these. I'm firstly dipping into the purple, just going to mix it all up in there, and then the pink, and then this like beautiful berry shades. And then we're just going to, oh, look at that, guys. How stunning is that? That's going to look so pretty. I won't put any like cream blush on today because I really want to see these shine. Those are beautiful. Could these be my holiday blushes? I'm going to be doing a video probably towards the end of the month, like packing my holiday makeup bag, so keep an eye out for that. Actually covered in eyeshadow. I actually need to get that out because it's like literally going absolutely everywhere. And in the Wildflower palette, it says the wildflower blooms in defiance of those who call it a weed. Oh my god, that's so cute. I love that. I'm going to prime with my usual P. Louise. So yeah, customer service was 10 out of 10. So that always puts me back to a brand, and that's what you want. That is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the whole experience. That includes from the moment that I order to the moment I receive the palette, and if I do need to contact them about absolutely anything, that is the whole experience for me. And also, like, just when you're, you know, posting things on Instagram, when they recognise, and I understand that brands have a lot, you know, of people posting, especially when it's like a new release, and I get that, but, you know, it is nice to be noticed, if that makes sense, especially a small content creator like myself. It absolutely means the world when you're noticed by a brand. I think I'm going to kind of stick to the purples and maybe this deep blue over here. Let's get zoomed in and create a look. Now, it is a little bit of a pet hate of mine when they don't put shade names on, but you know, if it's a good palette, if it's a great palette, I will let that one slide. We're going to start out with this like periwinkle shade here, like lightest purple. We're going to use that as our transition shade. I'm not even going to be able to use that mirror because I'm literally so scared of that shade just dropping everywhere. I need to try and figure out a way to what's it called, pop it out. I'm going to try and get like a little knife or something. I'm going to use this as my transition shade anyway. I'm just going in lightly. That's what I like to do when I'm first testing out a palette, because that's got some pigment. Yeah, I want to test out the pigment. So we're going from light to dark today. That is a beautiful colour. I don't know what shimmers I'm going to use. I really would have loved to have used that smashed up purple. I think that would have gone nice with this look, but you know, it is what it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful colour. I'm going to build it up to quite... It definitely pulls more blue on the eye, I would say, as purple. But as you're building it up, it's just got that like really nice purple undertone. But yeah, it definitely pulls more blue, so I think it's going to look beautiful paired with that like navy blue in the corner. So I'm going to go into that darker purple. Guys, I'm not going to keep holding up the palette. I'm going to kind of explain to you what I'm doing so I don't have to keep holding it up. So I'm going to go into the darker purple, then the kind of like navy blue, and work this through the crease. I'm going to pick that up on the EO2 again, just very light handed, because I do think they're not straight off the bat pigment in your, you know, wham bam, but they're very buildable. So, and that is sometimes what I like, because I can be very, very heavy handed. So I like it when it's just more of a buildable formula. That is mixing so nice with that like periwinkle shade. I would say now that it's going on, it's pulling more blue on the eye. See, I'm mixing the shades together. See, can you see when I'm not putting it on directly onto that periwinkle, it is more purple, but obviously because it's being mixed in with the periwinkle that I've put on first, it's just got like, it's obviously gonna mix together. But I'm really liking that. Those shades are blending so beautifully together. Really happy with that. I'll match the other eye up, and now I'm going to go into that kind of like navy blue. This is the deepest shade in the palette, and it's still not probably as deep as I would tend to go normally. But yeah, it is what it is. I just love the colours of this palette, but I possibly would have preferred a little bit more like depth maybe. Just going to concentrate that on the outer corner, and then I'm going to go back through my shades and make sure that everything is blended how I want it to be, and then we'll come back and decide which stunning shimmer I'm going to be putting on the eye. So I've just blended all out, and I've got to say guys, these shadows blended out absolutely effortlessly. They were really good. They are some good mattes. Now to dive into the shimmers. There is, oh, for fuck's sake, oh for God's sake, I was trying to blow some of the Kick Up away and just ended up blowing half of that pretty shimmer everywhere. I think I'm going to do maybe this like minty green and maybe a bit of this pink or this purple. So I'll do some like little live swatches of those. I just didn't want to thoroughly dig my fingers in. Yeah, they're really super soft. Oh, that's got the bloody blusher on, hasn't it? So that's like that. Oh, okay. That is stunning. That's like a blue to green. Oh, that is beautiful, guys. I think I'm going to be using that one, and then I think I might use that pink again. I think that's got a green shift to it. Okay, yeah, those are the shades that I'm going to be using. So let's find a clean brush. Let's go in with the green first. I'm going to spray this if I can find spray, because it is, like I say, very softly pressed, so it's going to possibly fall out all over my face. Let's pick up the mirror. Oh, look at that. Wow, that is stunning. That's even got some purple in it as well. Is that a multichrome? Wow. Just, wow, that is beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. I wouldn't say these are very like that sparkly texture, but they're super shifty and super pretty. Let's flip my brush over and go in with the pink shadow that I swatched. Again, giving that a bit of a spray and then putting that towards the inner portion. Yeah, that's got like a beautiful green to it as well. Oh God, these shimmers are beautiful. Normally I'm like, give me all the sparkle, but honestly these are super pretty and reflective. They've got like some sparkle to them, just not a lot. But I'm super impressed, guys. I'm super impressed with that. Just gonna go and match up the other eye. Honestly, those shimmers, guys, I love like a light shimmer. I do apologise, she's playing with like a crocodile book and she's very fascinated by it at the moment. So yeah, those shimmers are super pretty. I just want to make sure they're blended on the edges. They are stunning, and I think if you went in like with a base as well, they're just gonna really reflect. Yeah, they're not like super sparkly, but they are super shifty and super bright as well, which is, I love that in a shimmer. I love a bright shimmer when you've got like darker mattes. I'm gonna go away and do my base makeup, and then we'll come back and test out maybe 2 of the blushes. I definitely want to use this purple though, or maybe just one of the blushes. We'll see. I'll decide when I get there. So let's try out the blush. I think I'm going to go in with the purple one. I'm going to pick it up on a PC50 for Peaches and Cream. Yeah, I just want, oh, that is kickbacky. I feel like this is going to be like really pigmented, so let's just, but it's so pretty. Oh my God, that is like nothing that I own. Oh, you could get away with like literally not using a highlighter. That is beautiful. Okay. That is absolutely stunning. I wouldn't use a highlighter, I think, if I was using such a glowy blush like this. And I really hope that the glow is kind of, I feel like I've got more on the other side than I have on this one. is showing up on camera, because that is absolutely beautiful. You could even like use like a matte blush down there, and then maybe just use this on your high points. But I absolutely obsessed. That is such a beautiful formula. It's so easy to blend. Okay, that is stunning. I can't wait to use the others. But I won't. That is so beautiful. Shall we dip into a little bit of the pink? Shall we, just on like, oh God, these are so bright, just here. Okay. So just turn the brush over just to get it. Okay. Well, that's blended into that beautifully. How flipping glow. Why have I only just found out about these? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup and come back and give you all my first impressions. So we are back with the completed look, eyeshadow and blush. Let's dive in to my first impressions, starting off with the blush. The blush is absolutely beautiful. This is so glowy. This is definitely going to be coming on holiday with me. But I'm hoping that it doesn't like get damaged or anything. I don't know. I'm just like, if you've had a Lethal Cosmetics, are they safe to travel with? I'm always wary of travelling with powders because it's gonna be like, is it gonna get broken? But yeah, this is absolutely stunning. I don't have a formula like this. I don't have any blush shades like this. I don't have anything like this in my collection. So I am super, super happy with this purchase. I would definitely pick up some more blush shades in this formula. I will say my only criticism, if I was being like really picky, would be that obviously I had to purchase this palette separately. I think that if you're going to purchase all 4 of the blushes, or even 3, you should either get maybe like the palette free or a little bit cheaper. It's like a little bit of a bundle deal. I'm not too sure if they're able to do that, you know, but I think that it's something that they should consider in the future, maybe. And also their palettes, their empty magnetic palettes, are a little bit misleading. I really found them hard to understand. So I was going to purchase an empty magnetic palette and 4 of the blushes, but when I looked down at the description, it was just telling me how many eyeshadows it fitted in there. Not that I could put 4 blush shades in there. So I probably potentially would have picked up the 4 if it had told me in the description box, oh, I could have fitted 4 blushes in the empty magnetic palette. So yeah, just to be mindful, I think that their empty magnetic, like the big one, does fit the 4 blush shades. But I just went with this one because it was obviously already laid out for the blushes and it told me that it fit 4 of the blushes. So I hope that that makes sense. And Lethal, if you're watching this, just update your little website so that people can understand what it is that they're purchasing. You're probably not watching this, but you know, if you ever do. Let's talk about the palette and my first impressions. I absolutely love this packaging. I think it's super, super pretty. And the colour story is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The mattes are pigmented. They are pigmented, but they're also very blendable. So if you're a beginner, don't be scared if you go in too heavy with this matte formula, because it will blend out. Give it a little bit of work and it will. It's also, if you just put a little dip in, you can also build it up. So that is fantastic. I love a palette that can do both. The shimmers are very, very, very pretty. They're not as sparkly as some of my other shimmers. I do have sparklier shimmers, but the shift in these and that little twinkle of sparkle, honestly, it's just enough. It's just so pretty with the colours. I think it's been matched super, super well. I do wish it had shade names. They do have shade names, and it is unfortunately out of stock at the moment. I have checked the website. So yeah, I'm not too sure if they're doing a pre-order, but at the minute it's out of stock, so you just have to be emailed to be notified. And I'm not too sure if all of the singles, these come as singles as well, if they're all out of stock. But if you just wanted to maybe pick a few up or wait for the palette, it's totally up to yourself. But yeah, they're very, very pretty. I'm such a shame that I couldn't swatch this, because I think it would have swatched very beautifully. But I just didn't want to dig my big sausage fingers in there and potentially ruin any more shades. Let's talk about the brand as a whole. Excellent. Excellent. I can't fault them. Obviously, this is my first mishap that I've had with the brand. It's the first time that I've purchased from the brand. But as I said before, I look for a whole experience when I'm purchasing something, especially something that's new. I just want it to be a great experience from start to when I upload this video. That is what I want. And that's what Liesl Cosmetics gave me. And I literally could not fault them. So yeah, I have had no problems, and I think this palette is stunning. The blushes are stunning, and I can't wait to see what else this brand brings out this year. And that is all from me, guys. Everything on my face will be linked and listed down below, along with the palette, the blushes, the outer packaging for the blushes, and all that good stuff. So if there's anything you're wondering about, please check the description box. And I'll also leave my code that I use down below. It's not my code, but it is a code that I use in case you're not aware of a code. And I will see you all in the next one.